Hi guys, it's Mrs. Murphy from the Upton Town Library, and for today's craft we have this pumpkin mosaic made out of construction paper. It's really simple to make. It's kind of a nice relaxing craft to make and practice a little mindfulness and have some time to yourself. And it only takes a few things that you probably have around the house. So you're going to need some orange construction paper, some black construction paper, and some green construction paper. You'll need a pair of scissors and a glue stick. If you'd like the template that I used that looks like this, it will be on our event calendar on Halloween's date, which is October 31st. So if you want the actual template, you can go to our event calendar on our website, uptonlibrary.org. Go to October 31st and you'll find the PDF for this activity. If not, you can just draw your own template and it works just as fine. So the first thing you're going to need to do is print out a couple pumpkins. I printed one on black paper. This is the one where I'm going to be gluing all the orange pieces, and I'm going to be gluing some green ones for the stem. I chose to print out a pumpkin on the orange paper just to give me some of those curved outside pieces that you see on the mosaic. Some of them are curved and they have to go around the edge. So it's a nice way to start. You don't have to. But the first thing I will do is cut out this orange pumpkin. So when you're working with your kids, 3 fingers together, thumb in the thumb hole, pinky is support, no matter what kind of scissors you're using, whether they're kid-safe scissors or adult scissors. And I'm going to actually cut that stem right off because I don't need it. I'm going to be using green for the stem. And I'm going to save this orange scrap because I might need it to fill in some of those gaps. Now, as you can see on our pumpkin here, we've got lots of different shapes cut out. So I'm going to take this pumpkin that we just cut out, kind of looks like a bean now, and we're going to cut it up into all different shapes and sizes. Long, skinny ones, triangular ones, polygons, all kinds of things. And that's what we're going to use to fill in. When we start gluing them, we're going to make sure there are spaces in between so that black background really shows up and creates that mosaic look. So I'm going to pause this right now and I'm going to cut up all those orange pieces of paper. So I have my pile of orange construction paper cut up, all different sizes and shapes. I've got my template here that I'm going to be filling in here, and I've got my example on the side just to remind you what it's going to look like. So I'm going to take my glue stick. I like the Elmer's disappearing purple glue sticks. Really helps to see where the glue is being placed for little kids. And actually, whoops, this one's almost empty, so I'm going to grab another one for a backup. And I like to actually put the glue right on the background for this. Just makes it easier than putting them on those little pieces of paper. So you can see this is a rounded edge I'm going to put right here. And then for my next piece, I might choose one, and I'm going to leave that little space in between so the black background can show up. Then I'm going to look for another rounded edge. Here's one over here, and maybe put this here. And I'll look for a couple pieces to fill in there. I'll get my glue again. Fill in another spot. And I'm just going to keep going along. You know, feel free to take your scissors and cut to make things fit. You know, this is a chance to really take your time. It's a really good visual spatial activity too, if you like puzzles. So this one I'm going to just trim a little to make more triangular to fit in that spot. And I'm going to keep going to fill in the rest of my pumpkin, and we'll check back when I'm done. Pumpkin is filled in. I definitely used my scissors and trimmed pieces to make things fit. Definitely got a little sticky, so that's a consideration to have for the little ones. What we're going to do now is just take a little piece of green paper, cut it up to fill in that stem, and then I'll show you how to make those really cool spiral vines that are on the edge like that. So we'll just cut up some green pieces, all different sizes. And we'll fill that stem in. It's not going to take very much. There we go. Go, fill along the edge. It's almost like making a puzzle, seeing what fits and what doesn't. And it doesn't have to be perfect. So this one kind of looks a little triangular, so I'm looking for a piece that might fit. So maybe just take that and trim it a little. I'm going to put that in there. There we go. And maybe just a little piece on the top. Let's see. Add a little extra glue. And all these purple pieces on the paper, the purple background from the glue will dry clear. So for the spiral vines that are hanging off, you basically want to take a piece of paper and cut a circle. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle, just circular, something like this. And then we're just going to keep cutting toward the middle, turning it and twirling it until we have that little spiral. Don't cut all the way. You want it to all stay connected. So it's like this, almost like a little spring. And then you decide which end you want to glue it from. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue there. And I think for this one, I'm going to glue from that center. Take my finger, push it down, kind of pull it gently without ripping it. And there is a vine. Maybe this one, I'm just going to put one vine. This is what it looked like with two, and this one just one. So this is a really fun Halloween or fall craft you can make. If you want to make it more Halloweenish, you could always just leave some spaces for the eyes and the nose and the mouth of a jack-o'-lantern and do that instead of filling it in, but it's really your choice. So this is a pumpkin mosaic craft.